Jacob's Well Church. Hello, Jacob's Well Church.
Hello, Jacob Wells Church.
Hello, Jacob's Well Church. Yes.
Hello, Jacob's Well Church. Hello, Jacob's Well Church. Hello, Jacob's Well Church.
So, Julius, you know that the people at Jacob's Well have, from a mission standpoint, taken on Kenya and Pokot specifically. They've asked, they're really curious because they know that you're playing a huge role here. They've asked, how did God lead you to come to Pokot and to Asilong in particular?
Thank you so much, Andy, for the question. I finished my college training in 2008, and after I finished my college training, I joined a ministry called South Africa, which is focused on training and taking in college graduates for our apprenticeship program, linking them with churches and organizations for apprenticeship programs. In the same year after joining the ministry at South Africa, I had a link with City Harvest Ministries, and that is how I developed friendship with Edward Sawe. After I was through with the first year in the ministry, South Africa, I went for my second year. Actually, it's a volunteer program. During that period, Edward used to visit Pokot, and coming into Pokot and visiting the people around. But in my first year, I had a chance to come with Edward Sawe to Pokot in 2009, February, I think so. We came with two white people, that was, I think it was Andy and Brad. Arriving in Pokot, it was very dry, there was no rain, everything seemed to be dry, the people were just walking around, seeing children walking barefooted, some with no clothes. And it moved me, and what moved me most was when I went to school. And I left Edward and Sawe to work in the community, and I remained back in school to help teach the children. What I saw there was really moved my heart. The children were in class, there were no teachers, just there helping themselves out. And because I was trained, college training, I had the desire to come back. What can I do to Pokot? That really disturbed my heart so much. During one time I was here, and when I went back to Nairobi, it really came in heavily. What can I do? Should I stay in Nairobi? No, I thought myself, no. I think I should do something amongst the Pokot people, no matter how little it may be. And I joined City Harvest Ministry in my second year with the Ministry of South Africa. I came to City Harvest now, working with the church. Still a volunteer program in my second year, but working with City Harvest Ministries. Working with the children and helping in church programs like filling the church, being sent out to deliver letters for the church. And during the process, Edward told me more about Pokot. That we are working amongst the Pokots, and the Jacob's Well have done this number of boreholes in there. And we are looking for someone who may go there as a full-time missionary to stay amongst them and to take care of the boreholes and just serve the community. That was the prayer answered. I told God, yes, God, thank you for giving me this chance. I'm willing to go, willing to stay there and be with the people and use me, God, as much as you want to use me to see the lives change amongst the children, to see what is happening in their lives. That was how I came to Pokot.
So, Julius, you came then and answered that call, and that it was really an answer of prayer, an answer to prayer that you got from God for the calling.
Yes.
And you came here then in December of 2009, and you've been here ever since. And can you tell us, what has God been doing in the community here? What things have you seen happening in the community?
Okay, after I landed here in 2009, February, Edward came and left me here and went back to Nairobi. I was so satisfied. I felt my heart was settled and I felt at home. The people were so welcoming. I never knew the language. My language is not so far from them, but I never knew their language. Therefore, I had to learn the language, making mistakes in learning the language here and there. But since then, God has been so faithful to have helped me to have learned most of the language. I can speak, I can communicate now comfortably with the Pokot language. I began by working with the school. Actually, working with the school, I went there, I met the teachers who were there, so welcoming, and I began working with the children on mostly on classwork and church work, their fellowships, being involved in their fellowships. And the school was so interesting. The children were so amazing, wanting to learn, and very bright children. And I got so much satisfied to see the children learning more and more. The little I had giving them in terms of the knowledge, and they were learning a lot. And I thank God for what happened, what has been happening since then. To see them excel in their examinations, to see the change, their lives change, coming from a very humble background, humble communities, humble families, their life being changed, very bright children. The school is growing, more children are coming and they are moving on with their lives and are going to high schools, and that is what really motivates me to see the children get transformed. On the community, things are happening. God is changing the community, visiting their homes and see their humble families, so much welcoming, to see them change in terms of their economic lifestyle, how they are beginning to embrace the importance of agriculture, and of course they've been doing their livestock keeping, and their lives are being transformed. Just being there with them, asking questions, helping them to understand and to solve problems here and there, going through the same problems of how they can build their farms well, their animals, and to see things just happening slowly and slowly. Within the school also and the church, many of the community members, men who are very adamant, who would used not to come to church, we have around now 10 men who are actually committed to church. And more women have really come to church, more of them have given their lives to Christ, and developing leaders here and there who can be able to reach out to their own people. They have now owned and impressed the work of evangelism, reaching out to their own people. So I have people who are working together with them, the leaders of the church, who normally sit down with them and review of what is happening in the church, what's happening in the community. It's amazing what they say, that God is using us, God is transforming our families, changing our families, and that is what really motivates me to see them going and to see them moving on in their spiritual life with God.
Wonderful. What about the things like the proclaimers and other, the exo laptops? Have these technology been well received and used well here?
Yes, I thank God for when I came, I found the exo laptops. They were still brand new. Most of them had not been used by most children. Therefore, I had to take in the teacher who was there, somebody called Dormitory, who was getting involved in laptops with the children, moved on to college training, and I was left around here to somehow oversee the use of the laptops within the school. And it's amazing how children are learning, interacting with the laptops. And later on, a year later, Andy came and helped us fix the school server, where we can have the past KCP examination soft in the school server, and it has really improved. Even the school learning, the school children grades have really improved. And last year, the children really did well because they were using extra laptops, revising KCP, past KCP examination, tutorials in the school server, and it's amazing how the children are using the extra laptops. We thank God also for the proclaimers. Since the proclaimers were brought, many had not even seen or heard even the word of God in their own language because they cannot read, neither read nor write. And therefore, when the proclaimers were brought, each individual wanted to have his or her own proclaimer, but it was hard because we had limited number of the proclaimers. And therefore we had to use the few we had to form groups, normally called the listening groups, which we formed initially, and the groups ran, and when the more proclaimers came or brought and the group started moving on, some families used to have their own proclaimers, and they could go to listen to their own proclaimers. And they used to come on Sunday services giving their own testimonies, what they had. Somebody like, I recall somebody called Joshua could give the whole story. He listened to the proclaimer, and the following church, during the church service, he gives the church the whole story. And it was really amazing to hear what the proclaimer were doing in their own lives.
Also, there's a new boys' dormitory that's here now too. What impact is that having?
The boys used to sleep in the church. The church has no windows. The floor is rough, and the boys used to sleep there. But Safaricom Foundation, in 2010, when they came and began building the dormitory, and the dormitory now is complete, the boys are sleeping in now. The boys can sleep in a very comfortable place, unlike initially when they were sleeping in a very open place, very cold during the night. So visiting the boys now and hearing their stories, oh, it is very warm over here. Of course, there are no lights initially, but Andy has been able to help us to fix the lights, one solar panel and a battery. The boys now have light in their dormitory. And I believe that will improve in their learning because they can rest well, no cold in the night, and the following day they can come to class comfortably because they sleep well.
Praise God.